up, everybody? We got a special guest just happened to be strolling by, Marvin. Well, Larry, I don't know. This new position he's got at LCTV, he's like, I guess he's like overstressed or something. He needs a little 2-day rest, but he's a little under the weather right now. But he'll be back, and so anyway, we wish him the best. And so anyway, what hits you home here on the front page? Anything?
You know what? Well, lots of things. I just asked you before we even started taping about George Weston. What a wonderful article. But geez, Bobby, I love that photograph. Debbie Speed's photograph that won.
Bluebird.
Well, isn't that a beautiful,
and,
beautiful
you know, of
picture?
course, the Lynn County News, they have a monthly photo contest, and this Miss Speed's photo here got 65% first place votes.
Breathtaking photo.
Yep.
Can you imagine catching that? A bluebird feeding her baby.
Yep. And then we've got we had a tragedy. A local loved person, Katie Newell, lost her home to a fire. They think it was electrical. It was started in the basement. They think they even gone to the point of saying maybe a squirrel chewed the wire.
Doggone squirrels.
So anyway, she lost her home, and the community, as we always see, time after time, comes rushing to the aid of someone in need. And as of this morning, I believe the GoFundMe page was up to $70,000.
Wow.
And she does have home insurance.
Right.
So anyway, all said and done, the worst thing about it, well, who knows, but you know, I'm hearing facts about it, but she had an antique violin and fiddle collection that was not able to be saved.
Oh.
She saved her pets, and she saved her primary violin.
Yes, and a trumpet, I think.
And a trumpet. And so, God bless you, Katie. I think you'll be fine. Mm. So this on the planning board soap opera. So
continuing.
It's well, right now the Honor Planning Board denied Jeff Spinney's application for a private sportsman's club called the Golden Ridge Sportsman Club, and so the dock was deemed to be not in code, not to code, and so they only had, it was a 2-2 vote. And according to the Alna town attorney, the 2-2 vote means that it's a no vote.
A no vote. Ah. Well, this thing's been going on. This has been going on for weeks.
It is a soap opera.
Yeah, it is. It's going on week after week. Every week it's in the paper.
And how about this local guy, Joey LaFaber?
Isn't that wonderful?
I know Joey. Joey's a very, very dedicated warden, and he was named Maine Warden of the Year, deservedly so.
Congratulations, Joey.
Yep, nice.
That's wonderful, yeah.
And Marva's favorite article of the day is the George Weston.
That's a lovely article.
He's a local resident of Damascotta Mills. He's a fixture up there. He turned 100 years old, and they had a campaign to donate to his 100th birthday to benefit the Fish Ladder, because we did not have a festival this year, and so. That's special. That's really special.
Sounds like a real fixture in the community.
Yeah, he's.
So happy birthday.
When you look up in Webster's nice guy, you see a picture of George Weston.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, George.
And Alice McFadden wrote an article. It's no surprise that county inns and hotels are reporting losses of 80%.
You can speak to that.
I'm in the hospitality business. I can tell you. I'm basically. I know it's going to be a losing situation this summer, and basically, I was saying to Marva off camera, I'm just trying to pay my expenses. So anyway, I'm taking a few guests. I'm being very careful, and. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and some of the stories, I mean, they quote a number of owners in here, and you know, some of the stories are sad. I mean, people have put their life savings and put it all into their business, and here we are.
Yep. The CDC, we've got 3 new cases in Lincoln County, and So anyway, you were saying off camera that the miles drop off is going to have to close?
We're holding for a little. I don't want to talk about it on TV.
Yeah.
We're going to shut down for a little while in caution.
Okay.
Our volunteers all our volunteers are senior citizens.
Sure.
And that's got to be our greatest concern.
Yep.
And anytime we have any hint of a scare, we're being so careful at the thrift shop, Bobby. If you've stopped in, my God, we've put in plexiglass and moved the desk, and we limit the number and we do the count with baskets. It's a really frightening time, and organizations that are using volunteers, I mean, I'd die if something happened to one of our volunteers.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
It's like a family down there.
Yeah.
They have Sheriff Todd Brackett got some input from people who live in Bremen, and Todd's going to host a public forum down in Bremen. It's going to be limited to 50 people, so if you want to go, you're going to have to make a reservation.
But it sounds like it really interesting. I mean, he's opening the conversation about some of these race issues that are so public these days.
And in Bremen, it's like, why Bremen? But anyway, he's stepping up to the plate. People from the town want to hear his concerns and their concerns to be heard by him. And so anyway, that's going to be July 9th, 6 to 8 at the Bremen Fire Department.
Yeah. Yep. Should be an interesting session. He does such a great job.
So we have a... what do we got on the second page that you like there, Mara?
We got our select board and Newcastle we feature, but boy, you know what? All these town meetings are being held. We're doing
virtually.
Absentee voting, and it's crazy.
Yeah, Muscata, they're going to be considering their budget, the town meeting. It sounds like it's staying flat, and the other thing is you have to register your vehicles
by the 11th.
By July 11th, when enforcement and registration inspection will resume.
Yep.
So people have had a reprieve on registering their vehicles.
They better get on the ball.
July 11th, you got to have an up-to-date registration.
Yeah. But it looks like most of the town budgets are staying kind of flat. But this has killed the towns too, Bobby.
Of course
they had to. They've shut down and they've had to.
Well, plus the fact you've got people that they can't pay their taxes.
Absolutely.
They just can't afford it.
Absolutely.
So the towns have to eat that deficit. But Newcastle's got they've got 2 seats that are on the selectmen. You got 3 qualified people that are running.
Yeah.
And so that'll be interesting. One's going to go, 2 will go on.
Yeah.
And
and I like that. How about that sunken garden?
what happened with the shed?
Well, when you read the conditions under which the Sortwell family donated it back a zillion years ago, apparently sheds weren't in the docket, but it looks like there's some controversy about whether the town met the requirements that had been imposed early on.
Right.
And so...
well, it was a gift to the town, and there were some restrictions.
Sure were.
And, some covenants that the town had to abide by.
And maintenance was one.
Things, things like that, it kind of slipped by the wayside. No fault of anybody, but I think they're ramping up to make it look very...
It's kind of a cool place. I remember visiting it as a tourist here.
Yeah, and every day you hear about a new committee. There's a picture of a woman by the name of Terry Heller. She's watering some new plantings there, and there's a Wiscasset appearance of the town committee.
Well, it's a cool place, and so hopefully they'll get all the details worked out.
You see Kim Trainer and John Trainer's daughter, Ava.
Yeah.
Ava graduated from Maine Maritime Academy, summa cum laude, with a BS in International Business. She's a sales executive for Siemens in Canton, Massachusetts. And good for her. Boy, I remember when she just went into school. You remember when she was a little girl.
Oh, time flies, Bobby.
Yes, it does.
We're getting old.
Yeah, and we have 4 people. We got a more contested race in Waldoboro. We've got 4 people going for 2 seats in Waldoboro. And
that's quite a contest.
Yeah. Yep. We have a new farmers market that's going to be going on in It's called the Long Cove Farmers Market, and it's going to support local farmers, producers, and fishermen on Mondays. And it's at the East 40 Farm on Route 220.
I don't know where that is. I've never been there.
Yep, it's right on 220. And Waldoboro Food Pantry, they've got a few minor changes, maybe in their hours.
That's been a busy place.
Yep, it
According
is.
to Julie.
Yep. The Historical Society event scheduled. Lions Club has got a Historical Society event planned for July 8th.
There's an article on Deb Speed, who won the photo contest.
Yeah, and Whitefield, they're voting on July 14th at the polls. And is it it's going to be secret ballot? I'm not sure. But anyway, Tuesday, July 14th. And they got two selectmen, selectmen and a selectwoman, Charlene Donahue and Bill McKean. They're going to run unopposed for re-election. So anyway, they'll probably be elected.
Yeah, all the town meetings are going on,
Whitefield,
one way or the other.
You know, all these 4th of July parades, we got none.
None.
You know,
oh, isn't that sad?
You know, to see a vacant street in Round Pond on the 4th of July is going to be
I can't
sad.
even imagine.
Yeah, so
and
anyway.
Fireworks over the harbor.
Whitefield's got a very prestigious parade in their own right down there, and they got to change it over, and they're going to call it a cruise. So anyway, it's going to be, you know, it's a line of vehicles driving a 10-mile loop, and you can use ATVs, go-karts, whatever you like. And so, anyway.
Well, they're celebrating.
Somerville, they're going to vote on a municipal broadband network up there, and RSU 40, that includes in Somerville, Waldoboro, that school district.
Yeah, broadband's even more important now that kids are having to take their classes at home.
Yeah, there was a nice, I think it was a letter. Yeah, it was a letter to the editor about how Tidewater has really
stepped
up and giving kids that need broadband to continue their schooling. You know, and the families,
wonderful.
You know, can't afford. A broadband internet bill is not cheap. It's probably $70, $80 a month. So they were able to.
That was a really nice gesture on their part. They're really a great community partner.
Yep. So anyway, speaking of Larry's got his Talk in Town talk, and on 4th of July on Saturday night, if you want to hear something really, really spectacular, 7 p.m., you can have, I forgot to shut my phone off. So anyway,
I wondered what that was.
Anyway, he's going to have Karen Anhager and Jess Breithouse.
Anyway,
and so she's from Lincoln County.
They've done an amazing job.
They've got this new Lincoln County food initiative. It's just unbelievable, over the top. But these two girls are really dynamos, and
that'll be great.
Yeah, let's see, Edgecombe, they get a grant extension. They're going to get an extension to spend their $2,000 grant that they received from the Lincoln County Planning Commission. I mean, what town doesn't know what to do with $2,000? They don't. So, anyway, we'll figure that out on their time. And what do you got? I got to shut this phone off. It's all right. So what else do we got going on here? But yeah, this 4th of July thing is.
Oh, no fireworks. On the back page. Well, they're saying we're going to do it in October, but you know, I'll tell you, this virus has changed every single aspect of our lives. Every aspect.
Well, the fireworks have been scheduled in Damascotta
Forever.
Yeah, they're going to be in September, I think.
I think it said October, but anyway, it's there on the back page. Yeah.
Further,
October
stay
10.
tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. You're right about that, Bobby.
Anyway, so JW really went to town on candidate for Waldoboro. I don't think he likes his behavior and some of his quotes. And so anyway, he really went to town here.
Sounds like a controversial character. Now,
Yep.
JW was quick to point out he wasn't taking a stand. He was just reporting on some of his behaviors.
A lot of letters supporting candidates.
Yep.
Gideon, Wendy Pay, Jan Minzy. So,
all kinds. William Crafts.
Yeah, the article was from a gentleman by the name of Stephen Neal that praised Tidewater for helping out them for continuing their schooling.
Like I said, that's great. Because we still don't know for sure, do we, if schools are going to be able to open in the fall? I think it's still up in the air.
Yeah, well, UMaine's talking about opening. So.
But they're given the option of staying home. It's funny, I was talking to a friend the other day whose son's there and said he's going to opt not to go on campus. They decided to let him see if they could work it out.
Now, there's a real tragedy is looming, possibly. There could be a shortage of fiddleheads.
Over harvesting.
Yeah, I mean, the staple of the Maine diet, side of the road harvesters.
Yeah.
But if fiddleheads, they're saying that people are taking too many fiddleheads.
Well, I haven't seen are they due about now?
No, they're past.
They're past?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing, I usually see the big tubs of them in, now Main Street Grocery, and I don't remember seeing them this year.
Yep, no, they had some. The Calvin wrote a nice article about this steamboat. It's the C.G. Merry Shipyard on Bristol Road. We have no idea where that was. Yeah. And the C.G. Merry built the steamboat called the J.C. Tuttle. And I guess Marjorie and Calvin actually went down to Connecticut to take a ride on the J.C. Tuttle. Yep. The Fish Ladder's got a new campaign. A woman by the name of Betty Lou Bridges built, quilted, and composed a quilt, queen-size quilt that is going to be raffled off. They're only going to sell 700 tickets.
Yeah, so your chances are good.
Anyway, you can go online, damascottamills.org, and you can take out your chances on winning this fantastic quilt.
Let's hope and pray we have the Fish Ladder events back on board next year.
Right. The Lincoln Academy athletes are going to be, according to the Maine Principals Association, announced last week that Staggers workouts could begin as early July 6th, but Lincoln Academy athletes are going to start August 3rd. Hager got quite an endorsement from the Newcastle Selectmen. They approved a road maintenance contract. Do you realize that Academy Hill project is $1.7 million?
Well, have you been up to see? My God, the whole road's dug up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a huge project.
Just to control a little water. The other thing happening in Waldoboro is they are showing no mercy for any people who are going to vandalize clam paraphernalia. You're going to have a lifetime ban for a shellfish license if you tamper with any of the equipment. You remember somebody they had a seeding program or something, and things happened, and it was not pretty. The clammers were not too happy. The other thing is, I remember about a year ago, we had a gentleman by the name of Ray Perkins from Waldoboro who went on a rampage to ban fireworks in Waldoboro. He does not want fireworks in Waldoboro. So anyway, the thing could not go to a vote, so they've been running under the state mandate for fireworks there in Waldoboro, but it's going to vote this year.
For heaven's sakes.
And so anyway, if it passes, there'll be no fireworks in Waldoboro except for like 2 or 3 different occasions, like 4th of July, Memorial Day, things like that. So that was...
Well, you know, with the drought we just came out of, fireworks could have been a dangerous thing. But,
right.
Well, look, Lincoln Health is going to offer some free CNA classes. So if anyone's interested in becoming a certified nursing assistant, Lincoln Health is going to train you for free. That's great.
That's pretty cool.
It's a great opportunity.
The Bristol Mills Swimming Hole, a very popular place, because, you know, Becker Construction is going to be doing the, they're going to be replacing the fish ladder down there, which is 12 resting pools, I believe. And so anyway, they're going to have to close the swimming hole for concrete repairs on the downside of the stream. And so anyway,
reopen on the 1st of August, they hope.
Yeah, it should be not a big deal.
I thought this seminar that's going to be held on the climate impacts on the lobster industry, I thought I might look and see if I couldn't sign up for that. Yeah, Bob
Stenick is an authority. He's one of the best, and he's been down the Darling Center for a long time. But the title of his lecture is "Maine's Changing Lobster Fishery: Some Direct and Indirect Impacts of Climate Change." Well, you could talk to any lobsterman, and
they'll tell you that. Absolutely.
So anyway, we don't know if the lobsters moved from southern New England to Maine. Now I believe they're moving north.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So that should be an interesting.
We can't go without mentioning Paisley Nova Chapman. Paisley Nova Chapman. So she was born June 15th at 2:38, and
8 pounds 1 ounce. Healthy little girl.
Yep. Ever read this guy, Hunter's Landing? Robert Oberlander.
Yeah.
You know, he's a pretty busy guy.
Yeah, he's a character.
Lincoln County News has a couple more people going to be on the beat.
Yeah.
So we've got Maggie Duane, Haley Bryant, and Alice McFadden. So anyway,
brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
Where's one of these girls? McFadden's a graduate of Bowdoin.
Yeah.
But one of the girls is from California.
Absolutely, L.A. No less.
Yeah. So Alice McFadden, she's from L.A. And so anyway,
came on as an intern.
Yep.
Wonder. Amazing.
Got another expansion last week. Mid-Coast Conservancy, they purchased a high priority 12-acre addition to its F. Cunningham Preserve in Newcastle. Sherman family has been very generous, and they gave the not gave it, but Maine Coast Heritage Trust was the funder for this, and so anyway, the 26-acre Cunningham Preserve has now got another 12 acres.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk here, so the second page of the article about the fish market they're holding at Rising Tide every Monday. I think that's great. I forgot this Monday. I won't forget.
Monday 3 to 6.
Yeah.
And every week there are more people. First week they only had a couple people selling. Now I think they're up to a half a dozen.
Nice.
So
great opportunity to support the local fishermen and to get some deals on fish.
Yep. And Jared Goulden, she's a rock star.
I won the Mitchell
Lincoln
Scholarship.
Academy.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you, Jared Goulden, I mean, if he had any time left over, I mean, he didn't even have any time to take a shower, I don't think. But anyways, a standout runner on the Lincoln Academy cross country team. He was on the math team. He was on the outing club. And when he's not doing that stuff, he plays a little saxophone.
Quite a kid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's a recipient of the Mitchell Scholarship.
Very good.
That's nice.
Very good. And we got another scholarship winner, Eleanor Matthews. He was awarded the Nathan and Lincoln Academy, Eleanor Matthews of Lincoln Academy, and Nelson Andrick of Madomic Valley.
Yes.
The Helen Weston Memorial Scholarship, which was George Weston's wife, who was an English teacher. I believe.
Wow.
And so we got a few.
Dana Dow presented. That's good for them. Congratulations.
Hudson University. Few students from the area are on the
President's
Hudson
list.
University. And one of them, Nina Catherine Erickson O'Malley of Damariscotta, and she was on the president's list up at.
Well.
And how about Sammy's Family Entertainment? Boy, bring it on. The governor opened up the bowling alleys,
Yep.
so
Yep.
we can finally go bowling again. So
Yep.
Sammy Spear, God bless her, she's
Doing her best.
Yep, she's
Okay.
doing it. So
Well,
got
here we are at the end, Bobby.
Local people sailing on lasers.
Wow.
So that's always a fun. Boy, those things can move out. But they went down to a Portland regatta, and so they were able to sail down there. And it was Alton Coolidge and Hamilton Barclay, and they were able to race lasers down in Portland.
Yep.
Sheepscot Links. If you want to play golf, you can go to Sheepscot Links.
Well, look, and Greg Latimer got a book on pirates.
Well, pirates, you know, Greg's he's always been infatuated with pirates,
Yeah.
you know, and so anyway, he used to have the Pirate Festival here for a few years, but anyway.
That should be an interesting book.
And he's got a beautiful cover done by our own Glenn Shadbourne.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Now, the other thing is Topsail Farm, which is this beautiful piece of land on Route 32 in Waldoboro, in conjunction with the Waldo Theater, they're going to be showing movies out at Topsail Farm.
Isn't that nice?
Yep, and it's kids' movies, I believe.
That's nice.
Bristol Road Galleries, they're open for the season. Cove Side's open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Marilyn Bean is still plugging away with these compositions. Boy, I'll tell you, she's up at Spring Gardens, up in Wynwood Farms in Camden. And what else? Heartwood's got their raffle going, and Heartwood, they always have some fantastic prizes.
Trips. Oh, they do.
And so anyway, one of them's a vacation in Ireland. Then there's another book that's just come out, a local person. It's about the Thistle Inn, the old days of the Thistle Inn.
That should be fascinating.
So anyway, in the old days in Booth Bay Harbor, the only place open in the winter was the Thistle Inn. So every cast of characters that was within a walking distance that wanted a beer was in the Thistle Inn. But anyway, there's some performances going on at the Opera House.
Yep.
Lydia Kraft's got her Facebook post going.
Yep.
Dave Levesque's got his campaign stuff going. And Lee
I had both of them
Emmons
on the show.
is going to give a class on Hummingbird 101.
I should take that.
Yep, Hummingbird 101, and that's going to wrap it up. Marva,
Yeah.
you've
We-
been a
we
rock
didn't even-
star sitting in here. And anyway, and when we get off, I'm going to tell you about Clam Island off the coast of
Okay, I'd like to hear about that. Sounds like a
So-
beautiful place.
For all of us at LCTV, Dave Sven's behind the camera, Tyler helping out with production, and we'll say goodbye. Thanks again, Marva.
My pleasure. Bye, everybody.